Evan Van Ness. I'm from Texas, so decentralization comes naturally to me because we like our freedom and we don't like centralized power. My primary project is Week in Ethereum News, so it's a weekly newsletter about Ethereum for developers and focused on the tech. Aside from that, I guess I'm an Ethereum Community member. You know, Ethereum values is, I think, something that's important to me. You know, it's always been an inclusive community that focuses on the tech, that wants to build better institutions, that wants to build better, possibilities for recreating some of the problems that we've seen with our current institutions. I think one that comes home is, big tech, which, knows far too much about us, and it all sits on a server in Silicon Valley, and eventually they just invade our privacy more and more. So, Ethereum's not too private these days, but it's something that we care about. There's just a lot of nerds. There's a lot of really smart people in Ethereum and all sorts of different walks of life, and that's pretty cool. I'm hopeful that we can build better institutions that will make the world a fairer and more efficient place. I think DeFi is something that we've seen that has its problems and has its centralized factors, but allows people to own dollars in places where, of course, they might not be able to have otherwise done so. Argentina is a great example of that. It's a superior form to buying cash on the street and putting it under your mattress. Ethereum allows something that really is fundamental and isn't talked enough about, which is changing the game of game theory. The classic prisoner's dilemma, assumes that you can't coordinate, but Ethereum allows you to coordinate by having credible commitments that you commit to on chain. And so I think that's really a game changer for, sort of institutions. And so, yeah, I'm bullish on that. We'll see. It's still early days. I think where you find a way to contribute is really such an open-ended question, but it depends on what your skills are, and you try to take an assessment of your skills and what you think there's a niche of where you can contribute. That's what I did when I started Week in Ethereum News 5 years ago. So to the extent that that's successful, it's an example of doing that.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Evan.
Thank you.
Yes,